Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. I have a requested video today from YB123, YB or YB or Ivy. I'm not really sure how to say your name, so I do apologize if I have messed it up. But she or he has requested to see my entire collection of the art therapy hardcover books that I have. So I have done this video before. Except for I didn't have all of the ones I have now. So I have been asked this before, and I have showed them before, is what I'm trying to say. So it won't be something that many of you haven't already seen from me, but this is a request. Also, my daughter's watching scary movies in the background, and I'm sorry if you can hear that. So let's look at this one. This one is Art Therapy Celtic. Okay, this one is Art Therapy Celtic 100 Designs. If you should happen to have this one, I've been doing a year-long coloring tag on this one, which is Coloring Celtic 21, if you want to participate, on Instagram or whatever. But anyway, so this one is just going to be full of Celtic designs. This one is by Mitchell Soliak. And, as many of you may know or have heard, the paper in these books is really good. That's what makes me like them. In fact, I have just been doing another book purge because, I'm going to be moving. My inspection is on Friday, so if everything goes right with the inspection, then we go to closing. So I have got to be a little bit more choosy with my items. I have been watching Marie Kondo. Oh my gosh. And I found out that my problem is sentimental items. Yeah. So I have every greeting card that anyone has ever given me past 1986 because my ex-husband burnt everything that I owned before 1986. So yeah, I do have a problem being too sentimental. So anyway, I'm going back through my books, and I can't get rid of any of these. I'm not even one. I'm taking all of these with me. I just love these books. I love the paper. I wish they weren't one-sided, but then again, I wish they weren't two-sided. But then again, if they were one-sided, it would be a really fat book, and they're already fat, so but the paper is nice. It holds up to different, like this one is watercolor. I think there's, pencil, gel pen in there, some marker. It looks like where the blue is. And I don't have any bleed through on the other page. A little bit of wrinkling where the water was, but that's it. So, yeah, this one is Celtic. Now, the problem with these books is that there are a lot of them that are out of print. So, again, if you're interested in any of these, please just drop me a comment and I will help you find it. But I don't, this is a lot of books to go through and try to list. Here we have Art Therapy Buddhism, one of my faves. I started this book in order. And this book takes Crayola twistable pencils like a dream. I mean, I don't know what it is, but they just glide right on the paper. Yeah, I filled this whole thing in, with twistables. It was a lot of fun. It's very zen, this book, very relaxing. On this one, I have some dimensional, I'm stuck here, some dimensional gemstones on there, you can probably see. But yeah, just beautiful pictures in here. I'm not a Buddhist, but I do appreciate this type of art. I think it's just so pretty. And then here's some that I have started and not finished. But let's see. This is one that I did with a buddy color with Anna from Anna's Coloring Corner, and I had messed this side up, so I just switched it to this side. I forget what I did wrong, because I don't have any bleed through. Something went wrong. So I was like, oh, forget that side. And I just used this side. And on this side, I actually almost wore a hole in the paper right there from, I don't know what I did wrong there either. I can't remember, you guys. It was in the beginning of the year. Anyway, that was a picture that we chose together. This one was done when I bought the book. Because that's the thing. If you're going to try to track these books down, you might have to settle for some used material here. But if you like them, you know, then it will be worth it. And I really like them. So, yeah, this one is the Buddhism one. Also, there are several of these books flipped through one by one on my channel. So, if you ever want to see the whole book, just take a gander through. There should be a playlist that says flip throughs. I'll check when I get ready to post this video and make sure that I have them grouped together. This one is our Therapy Aztecs and Mayas. One of my first ones. Let me see. Okay, this was done in 2019, so I guess that's probably around the time when I got it. Again, this one has very pretty pictures in it. If you like all this patterny stuff, which I do, then you'll like this book. All these different, you know, tribal patterns and stuff, and the writing, the characters, I really don't know what they're called, but the Mayan characters, you know, their letters. There's a lot of that in here. I'm shaking because I've had too much coffee, as per usual. Let's see, what have I done? Well, I started that fish and didn't finish it, because, yep, that's what I do. I did this corn for my daughter, the Corn Queen. She's a grain inspector, so we call her the Corn Queen. I did this one, which I never finished the inside of the flowers. It's just weird. I don't know why I do stuff like that. Probably just overlooked it, I guess. So yeah, some of these big ones like this, where it's just the same kind of thing, and you're thinking, well, I don't even want to do that. You know, you can always just put a wash of color over here, and then maybe do a collage on top of it, or maybe cut out a mandala from another book. That would look really cool. Let's see, I did that one at the beginning of this year. I forget if that one was for any specific coloring challenges or not. Here's the one that I did with Sonia. And it's funny because I took a picture of it before I sprayed it with the hairspray. And for some reason, the hairspray made this whole... That's never happened to me with these particular gel pens. I must have been too close to it. But the hairspray made my fish... marker on my fish just run everywhere, and it came through on the other side, so I can just put a picture right there. It's no big deal. There's 100, you know, there's 100 images in this book, so yep, I've done that one. You can see there's a lot of florals in here and a lot of birds as well, because you know, you have to think about the area that we're talking about where the Mayans live, so warmth. So there's going to be tropical things in here. I guess that's tropical. What do you think? Is it deserty or tropical? I mean, there's there's trees. I don't know, guys. This one I think I did, yeah, 9/19 when I first got the book. It was one of the first ones that I did. I want to go back and finish these whips. It's really something that bothers me, having these whips, but you know, right now I have to concentrate on moving. So like I said, these are going with me. This whole collection is going with me, so I don't have to worry about you know, getting it done in any time frame. Okay, this one I had to track down used, and it's a little bit beat up. Well, I mean, it's not that it's beat up. It's not too bad. There are some colored pages in it though. So this one is Art Therapy Extraordinary Gardens. This one is illustrated by Sophie LeBlanc. I forgot to tell you who has illustrated Aztecs and Mayas. Is Mitchell Soliek. And Buddhism is Marthy Mulkey and Jean Montano. Okay. So, Extraordinary Gardens is, of course, going to be about gardens. Surprise, surprise. I don't think I have done any pictures in here yet. But the ones you will see were already done. And the person who, bless their heart, the person who owned this book before me liked crayons. So at least I don't have to worry about trying to cover up anything that's bled through. And I love this page because tiger lilies are one of my favorite flowers. Just love them. But I like how there's like the zoomed in, you know, on the detail of some of the plants, and then others it's more of a zoomed out. Yeah, so like I said, this person, SR or SB, she or he liked crayons. So you kind of get the idea, I would think, right? Just a lot of, look at those. They're like those swings, basket swings or whatever, hanging from the tree, the little pillows in there, and the beautiful flowers. Lots of birds. So I really like the additions that SB added to this book. I like her style of just, you know, outlining in crayon and filling it in. I bet that one was very relaxing for her. So I'm not ripping those out. So you have some houses, some scenery type pictures, like a garden. If you were looking down, I guess, at it. And then, like I said, really good zoomed in type of close-ups, and then more or less. And then you have the repeating kind. But here's an example of the really zoomed in close-up of the leaves. So you could do what you want in there, doodle if you wanted to, or, you know, make it your own, however you want. Like here where there's all these lines, I would probably write words in there. Maybe a poem, maybe song lyrics, I don't know. There's like some umbrellas and a bridge. It's just very delicate and pretty. So if you can find this one, I highly recommend it. If you like flowers, if you're a flower person. Okay, now we have the Enchanted Forest. I had said the other day that I was going to color in this for fall, and I also had said that this is used, so there's coloring in it, but there isn't. So it is used, because like I said, these are out of print, many of them, and this one was also by Marthy Mulkey. So it is used, and by that, I guess they mean, you know, somebody owned it, came from someone's house, and the condition is used because you're not getting it from a store or a warehouse or whatever. But there was no colored pictures in here. So this one is just, I love this one. If you like fairies, mushrooms, gnarly trees, wizards, woodland creatures, and things like that, then you will like this one. And, you know, you do have your pages of patterns as well. And all of these books, every single one of these art therapy hardcover books does have some pattern pages in there. I mean, it's 100 pages, so 100 designs, I mean. So, you know, you're going to have a few that are patterns. Just so that you know that ahead of time before you order one. I don't want you to be disappointed and thinking that every page is, you know, is going to be a totally different design. No, there will be some repeating pattern pages. And it differs from book to book on how many. Some seem to have more than others. Anyway, so you see, like you get the vibe of this one. It's got like the Celtic theme going on here, fairies and like knights and I don't know, Camelot-y kind of stuff. I really don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to nail down you got Stonehenge here, trying to nail down like the time frame of this sort of theme, but I don't know. So there is some of those. Okay. Think this might have been the first one that started it all off for me. And this one is Star Wars 100 Images to Inspire. And, you know, it's all about Star Wars. So I have about 2/3 of this book done. And I had it on my books to finish this year for a dedication to my brother. His nickname was Duff. And yeah, the first movie we ever saw together was Star Wars as kids. And there's just a lot of inside family jokes relate to Star Wars and Star Wars themed. So yeah, this one I wanted to dedicate to him, and then I was going to glue some pictures in and things like that. Here's what I was trying to explain to you before about repeating pattern pages. You just look at that and you go, I am not coloring R2-D2 in the same form over and over again. So you could do something like this. Get yourself a stencil and different sizes, and black out some of the areas, and then just color what's inside. You could, make that into a night sky if you have some white Posca or white gel pen, or you could write work, like whatever you want to do. But that's how I plan to tackle the ones that I know I won't color. So just a quick flip as to what I already have. I didn't do a lot of backgrounds at the time when I got this book, so that's why there's a lot of white back there. And I don't think I will do them. I think I might use that spot to write memories about my brother. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens, but this is the one that started it all. Okay. This is a newer one for me. What's in there is always something. Oh, here's the stickers, the rub-ons that I got to go with this book. This one is by Marie Perron, my fashion coloring book. Definitely out of print. I happened to luck into this one. So, if you are interested, the best thing to do is to get on your eBay, right? And then look up the book you want. And there's going to be somebody on there selling it for some ridiculous amount of money. And just put that on your watch list. And then when another one comes up for sale, they will notify you, and they will say, a like item to something that you're watching is being offered. So that's how I got this one. And this one is just, if you know that book, The Look, this one is similar to that, except for, this one is 100 pages. So there's more things. There's, like bags and scarves and glasses and all types of fashion-y things. And I did find these rub-ons, these fashion ones, because I just thought those would be really fabulous, like a word here and there, coming out of the picture. I just haven't used this book really too much yet. I think I did a couple pages in here. But if you like fashion, then I think you'll like this one. It's just different, funky, She's wearing like one of those ugly sweaters, ugly Christmas sweaters. And this, a lot of people might not like this, but I like this lined thing. There's excuse me, there's more than one of these pages. I like that because then I can write there. So, some kind of compact or something. I did some shoes, some stockings. So, again, this is all water media because this is, my hand was hurting really quite a lot in May. This is when I did this one in May. It was hurting quite badly. So I did this with mostly watercolor, except for the glitter on her shoes there. So you can see that, you are going to get a little bit of buckling. It is water, but it's not bad. Not compared to some of the other books out there. So again, ladies and accessories, basically. There's some jewelry. So just a lot of different and varied types of fashion things in this one. I like it. I think it's a very cool book. Here's one that I did in the same month, May. Yeah. I just was not feeling well, so I didn't blend anything. I didn't change anything. I just plopped the paint down, and that's it. Cute. So there is that one. If you are a fashionista, you could use, you know, like here is this bag. You could use this page and collage all the items that, you know, you would put in a bag or something like that. It's just fun to be creative with these types of books and those big pages of pattern. Okay, so I have Calming Therapy Anti-Stress Coloring Book. I'm assuming this is the same people or the same type of a thing. This is illustrated by Hannah Davies, Richard Merritt, and Cindy Wilde. So I don't know if this one is going to make it with me or not to Florida. What I like about this one is all these blank places where you can add things and draw things. But I'm not a fan of this paper to actually color on. Let me see if I can find the one that I tried to color on this with pencil. And this is Prisma, and look how grainy and awful. It does not want to go into the paper. Gel pens worked okay, but I don't want to use up a whole gel pen on one picture. So this one, I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend this one compared to the other ones that actually say Art Therapy 100 designs on there. They are so pretty though. There's a lot of pictures in here that I'm very, very just drawn to the way they are. I just don't know. Maybe it's me. I have not yet found the right thing to use on this shiny paper. So I don't know. I have to think about it. But there's that one. All right. Now I have Art Therapy Mandalas, 100 designs. This one was a Christmas gift from the Hubs, and it was purchased at Ollie's. And again, I don't know if this one is still in print or not. It is by Sophie LeBlanc. So you've heard her name before in this stack here. But these are just what they say. They are mandalas. And they have some of this type of Eastern art in here, similar to the Buddhism book. So yeah. I've got flowers. I don't know how this is a mandala. Like, I'm not sure how they named this book that. Like, what, unless they're just talking about repeating pattern. I'm really not sure. Because to me, this looks like the Buddhism book, part 2. Or maybe this is, I'm not really sure, you guys. Because then I was looking back at the one page, maybe they're zooming in. In other words, like pretend the mandala is giant and they're just zooming in on one portion of it. I really don't know. But like, here, yes, I can see that's a mandala and you added extra stuff. Some of the other ones I don't get. Oh, okay, so I did do one because I was trying to, I made myself that challenge of last year to color one page in every book I owned, and I did it. So I just did this one. It was very fast. I used marker, and that was in December. So the marker does lay down nicely on there. This was Crayola Super Tips. They do not bleed through. There's no bleed through. There might be a teeny tiny bit of shadowing here when you're in those dark colors, but that's easily covered up when you go to color that page. So I would not worry about it. But you get an idea, right, of what's in here. Just patterns, really mostly just patterns of different types of shapes, like swirls, and looks like a lot of rounder type of shapes. So there's that one. Quite an interesting book. I have not really been drawn to color in this one as much as the other ones, but sometimes I get in the mood and I know exactly what I want to color and I pick it up and then I'm like, my head is stuck in that book for weeks. So hoping that comes to that with that one. And then we have art therapy stained glass. Another gift, Christmas gift from Tom, my husband. In the back here, you will see all of the places that these stained glass windows and the art is taken from, which is nice because then I don't have to Google. This is illustrated again by Sophie LeBlanc. So yeah, it's just what it says it is. You know, just tons of different types of stained glass windows. And I love this kind of thing. Like, I think churches are the most beautiful buildings that there are. And I can't get enough of, you know, wandering in them and just looking at all the beautiful woodwork and windows and things like that. So I thought this book would be perfect for me, but I'm telling you, it just intimidates the heck out of me because I really don't know how to color stained glass too much. I can't decide like where the shadow would go because each pane is its own thing. You know what I mean? So I guess it's just going to be one of those things where I just jump in and color something. You just have to do it. And I think I did color one thing since I challenged myself to color in one book, one page in all of my books last year. Where is it? That would be weird if I colored in, oh, here it is. Yep, so I didn't finish, but I tried. So this is a lot of gel pen here going on. I did finish this side. I don't know why these are white. I don't know if that was the effect that I was going for or not, to be honest with you, because why would I do all this, not that, and then move on to that one? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure. But you can still see that there is some work to be done there. But yeah, this is what they turn out like. You know, you can make it as intense as you want or as easy as you want, I guess. You know, don't be like me and be intimidated. Get in there with a crayon if you have to. Why not? You got 100 pictures that you can do. So it's a very pretty coloring book. I find myself drawn to just looking at some of these, and then I look up what it is, and go down the whole rabbit hole there. So yeah. So that is it. That is my whole collection, I believe, of art therapy designed books. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I swore I had 11, but I can't think of what the other one was or where it would be at. So yeah, I'm going to be taking them all with me for sure. And I'm also looking into getting the Japan one, but it's spelled Japon. And that one has a lot of birds in it, and, you know, like a lot of cranes and things like that. There's some water scenes in that one. I would like to have that book if possible. And I'm also after, oh no, what's it called? The Art Deco one. The Art Deco one looks amazing. So yeah, so thank you for requesting this video to YV123. And thanks for watching, everyone. And I will see you next time. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.